So, fun fact, this is now the third time we're going live today, and it looks like it did eventually connect after we had already ended the live. And there we are. Huzzah! We have success. So, I'm really excited to be nerding out with y'all today. This is one of my favorite topics because we have built Nerdly purely on organic social and building conversations, having conversations and building relationships, right? So, whether you're a beginner or an advanced, let me know in the comments, right? Comment beginner if this is something that you're new to with social automations, or comment advanced if this is like you're doing it, you want to level up and nerd plus, right? Like, are you tired of missing out on sales because you can't keep up with messages, right? If so, this is for you, right? Whether you're brand new to automations or looking to scale, we're going to break down exactly how to automate your messages without losing the personal touch, because that personal touch is your special sauce, right? So instead of spending hours manually replying to DMs and comments, you're going to learn how to use Nerdly's built in tools to instantly engage with leads the moment they interact with your content. And if that's exciting, comment leads, right? Keep conversations human and natural, not robotic. We all know what it feels like to be talking to a robot, right? It's helpful when you're looking at, like, I want to look up a resource, but not when you're talking to a business about, can you solve my problem, right? You're going to learn to automate the follow ups so no potential customer slips through the cracks, right? And we're going to turn engagement into booked calls and sales on autopilot, right? Because as cool as social automations are, the whole point is to book calls and make more sales. So drop leads in the comments if you want to capture more leads through clients, more clients through social automation, right? Okay. So first, let me know in the chat, right? Do you use an all-in-one CRM like Nerdly to track and follow up with leads? Yes. If yes, comment the name of the CRM you use. Nerdly, HubSpot, High Level, whatever you're on, let me know in the chat. And if you don't yet, comment, let me know you're juggling spreadsheets and DMs. Help, right? Like, that's real. If you are manually responding to each and every comment on your post, if you are manually sending DMs, you are the bottleneck in your business, right? So you're going to want to stick around, because today you're going to learn how to instantly reply to the DMs without being glued to your phone, because that's not fun, right? Why faster responses mean more sales, and how to automate them the right way, right? And why Nerdly gives you an edge over ManyChat and other platforms for lead follow up. A simple step by step strategy to turn engagement into booked calls and sales. How to set up automations that work for your specific business model, and how to get this done for you inside Nerdly so you can see results even faster, right? Okay, so where did that go? That's fine. We'll just do that. And if you're a Nerdly client, the training room's open. We'll be doing Q&A after this, right? So, what the heck are social automations, right? If you've ever struggled to keep up with messages, comments, or DMs from potential customers, you're not alone, right? Many business owners lose sales simply because they don't have the time to respond quickly enough, right? If that's you, comment time so that we know, right? That's where social automations are going to come in and save your behind and help you grow your business sustainably. In simple terms, social automations means instantly responding to people when they comment on your posts, ad, or when they message you on any platform, right? Instantly starting conversations while they're engaged, instead of waiting without you having to manually reply to everyone. Collecting emails and phone numbers automatically so you can follow up later while maintaining a personal touch. Now, let's be super duper clear. This does not replace real conversations, right? It just makes it easier to make sure that when someone reaches out, they get a fast friendly response right away. This keeps them engaged instead of moving on to someone else. By setting up a simple system, you can turn more interactions into leads, booked calls, and sales without spending all day glued to your inbox. Type fast in the comments if you agree that responding to a lead right away is important, right? Have you ever lost a lead because your initial response was a few days or even a few hours later, right? We live in a very ADHD society, right? People have a very short attention span. So you have a very small window to make sure that when they say they're interested, you engage and start the conversation, right? And why this works and why it's a game changer for your business. Think about this. When someone is interested in what you offer, they're more likely to buy when they're engaged in the moment, not hours or days later when they've forgotten about you, right? But most businesses can't often reply fast enough to every message. That's why businesses that follow up within 5 to 9 minutes are more likely to turn a lead into a sale. Automation is solving this problem by sending an instant reply so potential customers stay interested, capturing the contact info so you can follow up later, keeping conversations personal and natural instead of robotic, right? This means more leads, more sales, and less stress trying to keep up with messages. Type game changer in the comments if you think having a system like this could help you turn more leads into sales, right? And let's dive into some myths and mistakes about social automation, right? Because this is really important to understand because you can't just have automated messages going willy nilly. That is not what's going to get you success, right? It feels robotic and personal. When automated messages are done correctly, it feels like a natural conversation, right? Like you want to ask them and talk to them like they're a real person because guess what? They are a real person and you're a real person. Let's not pretend, right? People don't respond to automated messages. If they engage with your content, they're already open to a conversation, right? I don't have time to set this up. Well, with the right tools, this is quick and easy and it repurposes on many, many posts. And the big mistakes that can cost you sales when using automations, right, is responding too slowly. People move on quickly if they don't get a response, right? When's the last time you messaged a company, they didn't respond right away, and that you still were confident, like, oh, yeah, I want to work with them, right? Not collecting emails or phone numbers. Without this information, you're not able to follow up on different platforms, and potential customers are going to disappear, right? Sending robotic or generic messages. Automation should feel personal. It should help you qualify your customer. It should help them feel seen because you're asking them questions about themselves. Because people are way more apt to tell you all about themselves and their problems and their goals if you engage with them right away, because they're here for it in the moment, right? If the first thing you do is say, "Hey, Greg, so glad you commented. Here's my link. Here's the link to get the thing." I mean, you don't even know what you're missing out on, right? You could be having this automation to help drive them to this lead magnet, get into your system. But you don't know. Maybe they want a bigger offer. Maybe there's more for them to get from you than just what that little lead magnet. But you won't know until you ask, right? So, how do we use social automations to turn engagement into sales? Right? We have a 3-step strategy to turn engagement into sales, and it's really easy. Step 1, attract. You want to get more people commenting and messaging you, right? So the more people that engage with your content, the more chances you have to convert them into customers. Also, the more people who comment, the more that you're fitting the algorithm and that more people will see your content, right? If no one's commenting, that means it's not speaking to them. So that may be more of a content issue, right? What works right now? Posts that ask people to comment. Those are called a 2-step or hand raiser post. Example, want my free guide? Comment leads below, right? Live trainings and Q&As, just like this one. The people really engage when you provide value, right? Free resources, also known as lead magnets or freebies, right? Simple, high value opt ins like checklists or mini guides, polls, quizzes, interactive content. People love quizzes. They love being polls. They love feeling like they're a part of something or having someone tell them something awesome about themselves, right? Step two, automate. Set up automatic lead capture and instant responses so you're always engaged instantly, right? Instead of manually replying to each message or each comment individually, we help you automate this process by automatically sending a response when someone comments or DMs you, instant DM replies, automating starting conversations in the DM that feel natural and personal. This, I cannot emphasize this enough. When you are using social automations, it must feel organic and real. It must feel like an actual conversation, right? Because if it is not, they're going to know, they're not going to engage, they're not going to continue talking to you, right? And this is a really great opportunity you have to get more context, to get more information about them, to figure out how you can better serve them, right? Automatically capturing the contact info in your CRM so that you can follow up. Lead capture form built into the DM flow. Just asking them for their email. Hey, I'd be happy to shoot this off to you. What's the best email for you, right? Automatically tagging and segmenting leads for personalized follow-up and tracking through your nurture process that works best for your business and staff. I cannot emphasize list segmentation enough, right? Especially if you're using high level and you have your own email domain, you have your SMS going out, right? And we got to make sure that we stay within certain stats so that we don't get in trouble, right? And if you send too many messages via text or email to too many people that want to opt out immediately, then that's gonna ding you. So use a social automation, start a conversation, actually get to know who they are and how you can serve them before you start connecting with them all over the place, right? Make sure that they have a problem that you can solve and that they can see the value and believe you, right? Instead of dropping a link, start a conversation, right? Hey, name, excited to send this over. Quick question. Are you looking for leads, sales, or client retention strategies, right? Because just because they commented on this one piece of content that you're offering a lead magnet on doesn't mean they don't want X, Y, Z, P, D, or Q, right? Drop conversations if you want to automate responses to engagement, right? Because that's huge. You need to know how to curate these conversations so that they feel organic, so that you're asking open-ended questions, so that they will tell you more about them and about the problems they have and how you can solve them, right? So step three, we're going to convert, turn leads into the book calls and sales, right? Once a conversation starts, automation helps move leads towards buying. And what works best? Personalized follow-ups, right? Don't assume they're going to chase you. They're not gonna, right? Social proof. Share client wins so that they trust you. Yeah, you can tell me that you can do this all day long, but where's the proof? Show me the clients you've done this for, right? We've all seen the shenanigans out there, right? Without client proof, how do you know that they can do? How does your audience know that you can do what you say you can do, right? Low barrier offers, right? You got free calls, audits, or trials to help people decide, right? Or it's just a direct invitation. Many people don't buy simply because no one asked. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale, right? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They say no. Well, if you don't actually ask, they're not going to say yes. So just ask them, right? So, like, hey, name, you mentioned struggling with lead gen. Let's fix that. Do you want to book a free strategy call? Drop a yes if you are ready to start implementing this into your business now, right? Now, why does Nerdly do social automation better than other platforms, right? Most automation tools only work for certain types of accounts, or they just send canned messages that don't feel personal. Here's why Nerdly is different. We work with both your personal and business accounts. Unlike ManyChat, which only work for your business pages, we know that connecting them both with your business for some really cool stuff there, as well as on the personal side, because you are a human and they are a human and they want to feel seen as a human, can be a super powerhouse, right? We can capture leads across multiple channels: DM, email, text messages, right? Anywhere they're at, we're there too. You can automate follow ups inside Nerdly so that no potential client slips through the cracks, right? That's huge, right? You can have follow ups going on different places, different platforms, so that you're meeting them where they're at and that you're continuing the conversation wherever they're at without losing any data or not seeing, okay, well, they messaged me this on Instagram, this on Facebook, but this on text message. It's all unified, so you don't lose any context. We include training on how to turn automations into real sales, not just more messages, right? So type social in the chat if you think your biz could benefit from using a social automation system, right? So some actionable steps for beginners and advanced users, right? So if you're just getting started, do this. Pick one post type, a hand raiser or a lead magnet post, right? Just pick one. You can set up your automated DM replies for comments, right? And have it reply to every comment and start 5 conversations per day, right? You can use lead capture to collect the emails and phone numbers so that you can track your leads and know who to follow up with, right? How amazing is it that if someone replies to comments on a piece of content, you get in the DM you ask for their email and phone number, and then they get a call from you. I mean, I know this is aging me, but I love talking to people. I love getting a phone call, right? Like, that's awesome. I get so much more context and connection when I'm actually speaking with someone with my voice, right? Now, if you're advanced, right, automate lead tracking and follow ups inside Nerdly, right? Run weekly live trainings to attract high quality leads. And you can add a multi channel automation like DM, email, and SMS follow ups so you can leverage referrals and collaborations to expand reach, right? So if you're doing a guest spot in another community, make sure you have your automations going so that you don't miss a single potential lead, right? And offer a small paid product, right? $27 to $97. This way that qualifies serious leads, right? Because you don't want to spend your time being on sales calls with people who are not actually qualified leads to work with you, right? So social automations, they're not about replacing real conversations, right? It's about starting them faster and making sure no potential customer slips through the cracks, right? With the right system in place, you can engage with the leads instantly without being glued to your inbox, capture emails and phone numbers to automatically, right? Turn more interactions into book sales and calls, right? Because that's what we want. More booked calls, more sales. So type close in the comments if you're ready to close the cracks in your business so you can stop using leads, right? If you're realizing that social automations could fill a major gap in your business, or you have some social automations in place but want to take it to the next level, let's talk. Right? At Nerdly, we offer done for you, done with you, and do it yourself options to help you leave no lead behind and turn more engagement into sales without spending hours in your inbox. Type Nerdly in the chat, and one of our Nerdly team members will be in touch with you to help to set up a call so we can explore your best options. Stop losing leads, people. Stop losing your mind trying to capture and follow up your leads. Type Nerdly in the chat. We'll hop on a call. You've got nothing to lose except your leads. All right, you guys. Today was great. I hope you like the new format. We're going to be diving into more of the strategy of how to use it versus the how-tos because we got a whole knowledge library for you on that. All right. I look forward to connecting with all y'all. Later, nerds.